The next item I wanted to cover is the Meet Now. It's this little camera. That's the easiest way to schedule a meeting. And you don't have to meet now. You can always schedule the meeting later, but you can give it a little subject. And you can make sure your camera's either on or off. And you can meet now. And you can invite other people over here. Now, one of the fun things about a Teams meeting is you can play with the backgrounds if you want to maybe blur out your background if maybe your room's a little messy and you don't want to show everybody your mess, or you can add different pictures to your background and hit apply. I don't know if it'll do it for me. Do you want to try it, Lance?
Yeah, I'm going to try it. I don't know if I'll do it for my phone.
It's almost like a picture in a picture since we're already in a webinar, so some of the functionality might not work, but you can also start recording from here. And you can turn on live captioning, which is kind of fun. And you can also play with your device settings if you need to. You can end a meeting here. You can add more people or show the participants. You can share a screen here. And you can mute yourself, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and end this meeting. So one of the other fun things that Teams can do is if you record a meeting, you can also make a transcript out of that meeting, and it will do it automatically. And I did one yesterday because it takes a little bit of time for it to process. So what you want to do once you have the recording, you want to open it in Microsoft Stream, and it will take you to the website. And this meeting was just a quick little thing I did. And I was actually talking about how I was afraid my dog would start barking through this webinar. So, and of course, it's always fun to see where it pauses you, right? So if you want to have a transcript, you hit on the ellipse here. And you go to update video details. And it'll bring you to this screen. And you'll want to name it here. You'll want to choose your language, and English is always at the top. And then you want to make sure that this is selected. Auto-generate a caption file. And since I already did this, it's already done. So I can go back. And the transcript is right there to the right. And it's searchable. So if you want to search on a term, of course, yours would probably be longer. It'll bring it to the point in the video where you mention that word. So that's kind of fun. Are there any questions so far? Anything you're interested in exploring?
And as a reminder, you can throw a message in the chat, or feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions as well.
So is Andrew with us? I want to show the translate feature.
I don't think he's here yet, so go ahead and move on, and I'll
Okay.
I'll drag him in here.
Okay. So the fun thing about the chat feature is you can translate it in up to 60 languages. So if you work with folks that are all over the world, or even if you want to have some fun and Spanish is somebody's primary language, they can chat in Spanish, and you can make sure you can translate that. So I'm going to move on to the calendar bot, and maybe Andrew can join us later. There are all sorts of bots that are automated and help you automate your workflow. There are travel bots, there are calendar bots, and really, if you type the you can get the bot, and you can hover over them and maybe play around with which ones you want to use. But I like the calendar bot. It kind of coordinates everyone's calendars in one place. So if you're trying to schedule a meeting with lots of different folks, it is very helpful. So I'm going to actually add it to a tab. So I'm going to search on calendar. Here it is. Click on that. And you can watch a little video to show how it works if you like, and you can add it. And again, you want to post it so people know that it's there. And you can use either G Suite or Microsoft, but we're using Microsoft 365, so you have to type in your account. And you want to give it permission to operate. Hit accept. And so if you want to add folks, well, typically it adds everyone in that team. So maybe there's a permission not turned on. Oh, I added it to the wrong team. Here, let's do it over here. Okay, so my screen's locked up a little bit. Sorry about that. Well, you would do it the same way by hitting the plus sign and adding the calendar bot to that channel. Is Andrew with us yet?
Still no. Nope. I mean, I can make up some Spanish. You can see the translation. We saw how good
Yeah,
that
I
went
wanted
the
to
other
make
day.
up some Spanish. Just so we can demonstrate.
Wonder how that worked. This will be good.
And so you go to the ellipse and you hit translate. And sometimes you don't know what it's going to say. So that's funny.
I like the last one. Mi casa, su casa, su casa. There's a mi casa, tu casa. Mi casa, tu casa?
I wish I knew Spanish.
Yeah, I married his house. That's
That's funny. So
There we go.
anyway, that's
Perfect.
how you do a translation. And I'll give it a little thumbs up.
Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. So really, that's all I have right now. Are there any other questions?
Any questions? Anything anyone wanted to see in particular? All right, we got no other questions.
Now, one other feature you can do is you can do a call. Hold on. But you need to have that feature turned on. So I don't think that's turned on for us right now.
Yeah, we don't use the phone feature through that, but we do have a way to utilize the web client to utilize our phone system. So there are some additional features and capabilities that kind of go beyond just the standard Microsoft Teams. So if someone is interested to learn more about that, we can go through that. So for example, we use Ring Central. It's the platform we're using for the meeting center here. The web version of Microsoft Teams can use Ring Central voice platform. So just as an example, the cool thing about that is the purple buttons for the phone system turn orange to go with Ring Central, and it's all integrated again in one app. So definitely one of the things that Microsoft and everyone working on the collaboration space is looking to do is provide that single pane of glass, a single application that ties everything together, so everyone can work together simultaneously on different projects, different things. So where we've seen it applied, obviously for our business, we're working with a bunch of different customers, so we create teams based off of customers. We have a lot of architecture firms, schools, those types of things that also create teams for their customers, and then they can kind of collaborate everything together underneath that customer bucket, if you will. So it's got all the files, it's got all the information, it's got all the classroom information, all that stuff, saved in one location versus the old file share and emails and kind of everything dispersed. Everything here is brought into one system.
And you can
see
do
any other questions.
You can do individual chats too. If you want to just chat with one person. You just enter a name, and then you can start chatting. And it's private. So that's kind of nice too. And actually, that's a nice way to get people familiar with Teams, is just to start with the individual chat function. And since we're all kind of in different places right now, it seems to work really well.
Yeah, and it gives you the status light and all the same things that you might get in from another instant message client. You can see it pulled in my picture. It's got red there because I'm in a meeting already. So it gives you that same kind of persistence, availability for everyone as well. And what you brought up, Elizabeth, those that are all working remote now, it's a little bit different. So you can grab all that same information in there.
So
right.
If anyone has questions.
Yeah, I don't think we have any other questions, so we can cut it off early. So
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, Elizabeth, thank you for putting this together. I think this is good information. Again, if anyone has any questions or want to see a demonstration or training, for yourself or your organization, just let us know. We'll have this posted up online as well and available for later view as well. So again, thank you guys.